Thank you. I'm going to disappoint you. I have no any slides up there. I just talk. So I will revenge the world with love, has said one of my beloved artists and the greatest film directors of the 20th century, Sergei Parajanov. And you know, I love it that you hear in his voice, I want love, yeah? But I have nothing to revenge because I love my life. I enjoy my life. I loved my life from the first moment of my consciousness. As a child, I loved being naughty. I loved it very much. Okay, as a child. And I love my family very much. I love my parents. I love my brother. I love my husband. And I specifically want to say I adore my daughter. So I'm enjoying my life. And any child, I think, is born in love. And a birth is a moment that is full of pain and love at once. No child is born evil. There is no child is born evil. They are all born kind, full of love, and in need of love, in desire of love. But any newborn is getting different external influences and gaining some experience, and unfortunately, end of life is not always love. So what kind of experience are we getting to become somehow other than in the beginning? What we are doing to give up the love that we have in love? So we are applying the gained experience that we have to earning some money, to gain some might, some status, some money, and widening our influence, and then investing this more money, might, to consume, to get more luxury, to oil goods, and more might and more influence. And there is a cycle. And it's not happening in the individual level only. So less in the individual level. It is happening in the level of higher, so societies, countries, and so on. And we are losing love in this cycle. And we are giving up. And that's really bad. I have never been an environmentalist. I have never been climate activist. I have never really got active to spread the idea of saving the planet. But I love a part of this planet. It's my garden. It's very small part of it, but I love gardening. And I think that if you are working near to Earth, your nose never going up. So you are never becoming the nose in the air person. You are never becoming arrogant. So I think that the only obstacle that is standing before the climate, between the climate change and the real state, now our status, is a Homo sapiens with the lift of nose in the air. So Homo sapiens, well, what means sapiens? Let's think from Latin that I learned in the university. So it's insightful, wisdom, perceptive, conscious. Is this really conscious, what we are doing with our planet? We don't seem really conscious now. Actually, we even making up conscious things to not be conscious. There is an example for that I'm saying always to my students that if I'm giving some lectures on epidemiology, and it's from 1963. Dr. Gustav Fischer has published in a very, very respected scientific journal that there is a strong correlation between the annual number of storks that are nesting in the specific urban area and the birds in the same specific area. That means he concluded, and he calculated perfectly, and he concluded that the storks bring babies. I mean, I hope you will laugh about. Storks really not bring babies, but what he has forgotten in this, that actually it was the first beginning of the industrialization. And the women went to work and started to get less babies. And the factories were coming out like mushrooms out there, and the air pollution got higher, and the strokes were in the rural areas, not in the same area in the urbanization. And that's what we are doing now with our climate numbers. That's what we are doing with we are just seeing the numbers we want to see, and we are seeing the connections what we want to see. So we, the children, born in love, are hiding behind numbers, data, reports, and so on. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry said once, it is only that the heart, with heart can one see the truth. And for eye, the right is invisible. And he has right. And there is some numbers that are proving his point, because since UN published the IPCC climate change report several years ago, we have caused more harm to the environment as all the time before human beings were on this earth. So this is, on my opinion, giving love up. And what is happening if you give up the love? You are getting not only competitive, greedy, but also aggressive. And if we are speaking not on an individual level, but a level of society, country, and so on, then war is happening if you are aggressive, not? And there is a war that is very good documented from the environmental point of view. So it's 1991 Gulf War, which was investigated as environmental catastrophe. Well, each war, and I have seen myself a war, is a human tragedy. But it is also a humanity and a climate catastrophe, because during this war, there were damaged oil wells about 800, oil seepage onto land about 60 million barrels, oil released to the sea 10.8 million barrels, oil spread lakes 24 million barrels, contaminated land area more than 950 square kilometer, and vehicles used for 1 day of war, 35,000. So we are always speaking, just go biking and not drive, and they used for 1 day 35,000 vehicles. So to show you more deductively what it means, so they produced in 1991, during 2-3 weeks of February, 65 million tons of CO2. So that means approximately, if we take Austria, because we are in Austria, 2017, the whole Austria, with the oil refineries, with all cars, with all people, and all cows we have, produced almost the same amount, so 67 tons of dioxide. Or the Tokyo is producing the whole, with the whole surroundings, producing per year 62 tons of carbon dioxide. That means they produced the whole amount in 2-3 weeks. We are actually writing our history ourselves. And in this very moment also. So it is very important to keep the consciousness to save this planet. And don't forget about not only human tragedies, not only aggressiveness, not only everything else, but also about the environmental part of war. So I want that we can learn from the history. I hope that the whole human population together has no collective suffering from the global memory damage. So we can learn about it, and we can use the chance to change something. So I'm speaking not only to this audience, because I'm sure nobody here is starting any war, but I speak to the world out there that if you call you Homo sapiens, don't try to get power over your fellow man or over any other people, your neighbors that we were hearing about today, nations, countries. Don't start any war. Don't attack any country, nation. Even there are great arguments and justified reasons like we bring democracy. That's not true. Don't give up asking questions and looking behind the curtains of politics. Don't give up to save your home, the planet Earth, which is home to everybody, to us. And I want to conclude with the words of Charlie Chaplin, who is one of my role models. You need power only when you want to do something harmful. Otherwise, love is enough to get everything done. Thank you.